Bears selected Bob Alger for the Golden Beaver Award for Leadership in recognition of his more than 4 decades as a senior executive and his dedicated service to the industry. Bob has served as president of the Moles, the Beavers, and the Construction Institute of the American Society of Civil Engineers, as chairman of the ARTBA, and in additional leadership positions in ethics, compliance, and safety. His achievements have been recognized by many awards. Bob served as the Safety Week chairman in 2008. As a youngster, Bob spent Saturdays with his father, who was a mechanical supervisor responsible for equipment for S.J. Groves & Sons. Dad would let me climb on all the equipment. In my teens, I had a chance to operate it. The construction bug got me, and I knew I wanted to build stuff. During college, he spent 3 summers working on levee, highway, and estimating projects in upstate New York for S.J. Groves & Sons. After earning his civil engineering degree from Penn State University, Bob accepted an entry-level engineer position with the Lane Construction Corporation. He would spend the next 41 years at Lane, the last 20 as president and CEO, with a final posting as chairman. I had 3 offers, and I asked my mom, what should I do? She said, Lane is a small family-held company. You'll do really well there. I listened to her, and that's why I went to work for Lane. His first posting was as an engineer on the Cowan S Dam in Tioga, Pennsylvania. Bob soon rose through the ranks as a project engineer, then project manager, then becoming district manager for Pennsylvania and Ohio in 1996. Bob was named a vice president in 1997, and then president in the summer of 2001, when Skip Wetmore abruptly retired during the height of the construction season. Skip slid a piece of paper across his desk that had the combination to the wall safe, gave me his key to the front door, and said, "It's all yours." And then he walked out the door. Bob had to rapidly get up to speed on the scope of the company's operations. For the next 6 months, he visited all of Lane's district offices and projects, roughly 100 locations, to learn what was working well and what needed to be changed. Running a 135-year-old business owned by a family not directly involved in daily operations, Bob completed several strategic mergers and acquisitions and was instrumental in the merger with Italy-based Solini Impregilo in 2016. Under Bob's leadership, Lane executed its first design-build contract in 2000 for the replacement of the 10,000-foot main runway at Tinker Air Force Base in Oklahoma, followed by landing a $220 million design-build joint venture project in 2002 to build 3 miles of cut-and-cover transit line for the Blue Line extension of the Washington area Metro Rail. Design-build became a core part of Lane's business model. Lane also partnered with Fluor Corporation on the I-495 Capitol Beltway HOT Lanes project in Northern Virginia, a $1.5 billion PPP project that was the largest transportation project in the nation up to that time. Nobody ever calls me and says, "Hey Bob, are you having a good day?" They always call me and say, "Bob, I got a problem." In 2015, Lane celebrated its 125th anniversary. Under Bob's leadership, Lane grew from $300 million of annual revenue to nearly $2 billion at the time of his retirement in 2020. There's a misconception about the construction industry, that it's dirty and we're making a ton of money. The reality is that people work extremely hard, and we just want to make a difference in the world and make it a better place. Since retiring from Lane, Bob has had a second career, serving as President Major Projects for Montreal-based Atkins Realis, overseeing $25 billion of projects. He was hired to close out several large, in-distress, lump-sum turnkey projects, and was added as a member of the Executive Committee and Operations Leadership Group. His work was made even more challenging by working remotely during the COVID pandemic. Bob and his wife Joan, who he met in Texas at the start of his career, have a son, Robert, who also works in business development for Atkins Realis, and a daughter, Lauren, who is a PE and head of sustainable design for STV. I moved 15 times. The key has been the support of my wife. She was the rock that held everything together. The Beavers honor Bob Alger with the Golden Beaver Award for Leadership in recognition of his more than 4 decades as a senior executive and his dedicated service to the industry.